Unbelievable. I didn't know.
This is a really lovely thing. Tell me where you got it from.
It's been in the family for generation, and about 30 years ago, my father gave me as a wedding present.
Really?
Yeah.
The picture itself is absolutely delightful.
Yeah,
what do you think it's made of?
I don't know. I thought that maybe it's a ceramic.
Ceramic?
Ceramic, yeah.
Well, you're quite close, really. This is actually made out of hundreds of thousands of tiny little pieces of glass.
Really?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Which is called micro-mosaic. And if we look at it very carefully, the size of the little pieces of glass varies tremendously.
Amazing.
Here you've got really quite big bits, and in her hair, tiny, tiny, tiny little bits. And these are called filati. And it's a technique that was revived in Rome at the beginning of the 18th century, where they took long, thin strands of glass and cut them into little pieces, and then glued them together, making up a picture.
Amazing.
So micro-mosaic. It's very, very beautifully done.
And the colour, I mean, how they managed to do the colouring?
Well, that would have been in the colour in the glass.
In the glass.
And the delight of a sort of ceramic item is that as the years go by, it doesn't fade.
Yes.
It may get slightly dirty on the surface, but you can clean that off, and you retain these really brilliant colours. And it's a delightful image. She's a very pretty-looking, classical lady,
yes,
holding a garland of flowers, and is thoroughly attractive. The very early originals dated from Roman times. Then it was a technique which was lost, and as I say, revived in Rome at the beginning of the 18th century. And then it went on being made through the 18th century and the 19th century and the 20th century. And one of the ways that you can find out what the age is likely to be is to have a squint at the back, and if I may, I'll remove the back cover and see what we can see underneath. So the backboard is just cheaply made of timber, and aha, this is where the secret gets revealed. That back plate is made of metal, japanned iron, and this flaking black stuff is the japanning that's coming off the iron. And if we turn it over, you can see that the outer border of this back plate, the metal, comes all the way around the outside, which is a typical 19th century technique. And it gives you an idea as to how all those hundreds of thousands of pieces of glass are held in place.
Yeah.
They have a sort of adhesive underneath each piece, and then the surface is finished so that it's completely flat. It's a really beautiful object.
It is.
And for insurance purposes, you should probably cover it for about £12,000.
Unbelievable. I didn't know.